Going on, Internet? This is Baltmatrix coming at you, and today we are taking a look at Transformers EarthSpark Cyber Combiners sets. In the set here on the left, we have Bumblebee and Mo Malto. And here on the right, we have Twitch and Robbie Malto. Is it Malto or Malto? I legit cannot remember how to pronounce their last name. Each one of these sets costs about $30, and they're available at Target and Amazon and maybe Walmart. I don't know. I bought these at my local Target. Taking a look at the Transformers first, they're okay. Of the designs, I think these are the least impressive. The two Terrans in their cyber suits, I think, are cooler. Bumblebee suffers pretty badly here. He looks like a really just bricked out version of that Bumblebee design. He lacks all of the character that Bumblebee in the show has, and it's not the best robot mode. And Twitch, on the other hand, doesn't suffer nearly as bad, but it looks this is going to sound really weird, but it proportion-wise, it looks like it's a giant Twitch body with little Twitch's head. I mean, the head is just so small for the rest of the body, especially when you turn the figures around. You've got Bumblebee, the proportions are okay except for the legs, but then you've got Twitch is thick. I mean, look at that torso. That's a thick torso for that tiny little hollow head. And yeah, the heads are hollow. What are you going to do? They're cheaping out everywhere they can. I'm being a little bit prudish here. EarthSpark, I loved the show. Most of the toys suck, but they're aimed at young kids, like below 6 years old. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a pass. In terms of posability, Bumblebee's head cannot move, shoulders are on ball joints, and then there are bends at the elbows. Those are for the transformation. Legs can kick forward and can kick back, and they can kick out for 90 degrees. There are bends at the knees. There are knee joints, and that's actually a pretty cool pose. But that's as much posability as you're getting out of the legs. It can't do anything else except some things for the combinations. Oh, yes! Did I forget to tell you? These things combine like Energon figures. We've got shirt and pants modes for each one of these. That's why things are a little bit iffy. Again, Twitch, same posability. No head posability, ball joint in the shoulder, bend at the elbows. Then there's another bend for the transformations. Then the legs can kick forward, can kick back, and can kick out. And then there are bends at the knees, or I should say hinges at the knees. And each one of these two transform into vehicle modes. Bumblebee's transformation, pretty easy. Open up the chest, flip the head down, and close that back up. Put the arms out to the side like he's T-posing. There's a reason for this. Fold the arms up, or the forearms up into the shoulders. Come down to the legs and push them together until they snap together. Fold up the toes. Come to the back and flip up the car roof, and that will peg into the back of the legs. Flip the car sides out from the sides of the legs, and bring the shoulders down, and they will peg into the giant pegs coming off the sides. And there we have the car mode. It's fine. It's fine, except for the giant hinge right across the windscreen. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, it's fine. And then the combiner port is sticking out like a sore thumb, but who cares? It's absolutely fine. Twitch's transformation is very similar. Grab the chest and flip it up over the face. Come down to the thrusters, not thrusters. These are rotors. And unpeg them and then just kind of fold them back and out of the way. Grab the shoulders and pull the arms in. And the inside of the forearms have these little tab holes that will tab into place. And then, like that. And then grab the rotors and turn them around and bring them down. And they will peg into these little pegs off the underside. Well, it's kind of the back part of the armpit. So unpeg it. It was pegged in up here. Bring it down like that. And then take the actual rotor blades and flip them back. All right, come down to the feet. Combine the legs. Fold up the toes. And then push the hinges of the legs forward and then grab the hinges, these hinges inside the thighs, and fold them up, and then the backs of the knees will tuck underneath this red piece that's coming out from behind. And that's the quadcopter mode. Of the two, this is by far my least favorite. This is at least a car, and it looks like a car. This, I mean, it kind of looks like a quadcopter. It's fine. It's fine. Let it go, Bolt. This is for kids. You're just being nitpicky. These are fine. Now, what's absolutely fine are these exosuits. They really ring of the Cybertronian Centaurians we saw in that one Generation 1 episode. And Mo's is very thin, very lithe, and very light. It's meant for flight, comes with a big sword. And look, you can see Mo's head inside the body. So she's literally sitting there and piloting it. And the wings are fully collapsible and fully removable. So you can collapse them in like that for the transformation. And they're just on pegs, so they come off very easily. Just be aware of that. And then Robbie's is my favorite of the two because it looks just so much chunkier. And then he's got treads for feet. That's very cool. I like that a lot. It is a little bit better proportioned and it is a little bit chunkier. And there you can see his head or his face right inside there. Yeah, both of these are really actually quite neat. I think these are very cool. Are they ever going to show up in the show? Who knows? As of this recording, no new season has been announced. Both of these figures have very similar posability. Heads do not move. Ball joint in the shoulder, bend at the elbow, no fist articulation, leg kicks forward and back and out all the way. And then there is a knee bend. The knee bend comes into play in the pants and shirts modes. And then for Robbie, same. Ball joint, hinge joint, no swivels, swivel for the legs, out, and bend at the knee. Posability-wise, not the best, but I have to admit, I really do like the look of these exosuits. So the first combination is going to be with Mo and Bumblebee, and for this, we're going to return Bumblebee partially to his robot mode. Pretty much just do the legs. So flip those, flip that out. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is take the shoulders and fold them back like this out of the way, then come down to the legs and grab the hood of the vehicle and flip it around to form very large feet. Oh, one problem I have with all of these figures is the hips have a tendency to come unpegged or unsnapped. It's just a problem with all of them. You get over it pretty quickly. Now, for Mo's body. First off, reach in and grab the chest, open it up, flip Mo's head in, thus, I guess, breaking her in half. Then take the arms and fold them back until the forearms peg in to that peg right there, and then grab the fists and rotate them up. So fold the wing back, fold the arm back, and peg that into place, and then fold the fist up like so. Then grab the legs and split them apart, and this will flip out the combiner head. And then fold up the toes, and the toes will become the fists. Fold the legs down. And what happens here is a little bit weird because the legs or the arms in this mode have more posability than the figure does normally. And the wings keep coming off for me in this mode. Then we can combine the figures up, and we have the first of the combined modes. Yes, this totally is Transformers Energon all over again, and I'm perfectly fine with it. It's fine. It actually looks kind of cool. I do dig it. It's just silly. I mean, there's less kibble back here than on some Energon combiners, so there is that. One of the things that you can do is unpeg the wings and from where they are, flip the pegs forward, and then actually peg them in to the backs of the hands to give her a much larger, or it, the combined mode, a much larger wingspan. And I unpegged the arms. So That does add a nice, I guess, just winged look to the combined mode. The arms are lanky as hell. They are just legs that have been repurposed into hands. But hey, Energon did the same thing, so I'm not going to complain about it. All right, next are Robbie and Twitch, and it's very similar here. So Twitch is pretty much going to be returned to robot mode, and then with the toes flipped up, flip these black pieces out from behind the legs, and they will become bigger toes, and then fold those back, and then come to the front of the figure and flip the arms out, get the rotors back out of the way, fold down the chest, and then fold down the entirety of the head, and then the rotors, you can just turn around just to get them out of the way for right now. The arms will just fold back, and you just kind of have to get them up and out of the way. They don't really peg in. The directions say they're supposed to peg in to one of these two pegs, but they don't. They just kind of rest in between them. So just kind of leave it like that. Now for Robbie, same thing as Mo. Same transformation, roughly. Except in this case, take the shoulders and unpeg them and flip them back. Come to the chest, turn the head around, close that up. Then take the arms and fold them all the way up like this. Grab the legs, split them apart, and hey, the head flipped out. Bring those down, fold up the toes to give them fists. Bend those up. And the directions say you're supposed to bend the arms in like this. And there are pegs on the back of the head. I do have a little bit of an issue getting them lined up and into place. It's just because things don't want to line up, but that's a me problem, not a toy problem. There we go. Ah, damn it. And they also come on peg real easily. And then just drop that on top. And we're pretty much done. Give them a big gun. And again, this works. It's lanky, it looks weird, but I kind of like it. I do. I think it's neat. I love the head sculpt. It's a little bit different than Moe's, so you've got more of a... Actually, you know what? These kind of remind me of a little bit of like something from Gundam. Like you've got a standard gym here, and then you've got something like a flight gym or something else that's meant to be in the sky. Both of these are kind of neat. I kind of like them. They're stupid as heck, but I kind of like them. All right, so what do they look like flipped around? For Mo, first I'm going to remove the wings just to get them out of the way. Then we're going to partially return her to her robot mode and get the legs straightened out, and then come in to the back of the legs and unpeg these, and you have to flip the toes all the way down until they snap into place, and then these will peg in underneath. So grab the giant foot. There is a peg there. I'm just doing it wrong. And then stand it up and get the arms pegged into place like so. Now B, on the other hand, we're pretty much going to do just leave it as is, split the legs apart, but then allow this to flip around and return the feet to whence they were. And there, just fold these back and peg them into the shoulders, and then attach it. And this is actually a weird issue I have specifically with these two. For some reason, in this mode, they don't want to combine, but a little just good old force fixes it. And then again, take the wings and peg them in, and these are actually supposed to fold up in the back, like this. And then we have their combined mode with Bumblebee as a shirt. This is not my favorite because the lankiness of the legs do not work with the giant fists you end up with, which is very, very reminiscent of Hot Shot from Transformers Energon. But I can't argue with the battle mask. That looks very cool. In fact, it reminds me of the Transformers RID Combiner Bumblebee. I'm sorry, that just looks stupid, but it's okay. All right, what about these two? Well, the other two, I mean. Let's split them apart. And for Robbie, we're going to return him back to robot. We're going to do the exact same thing here. Fold the toes down, reach inside the legs, and flip out these panels, and they will peg in under the feet. And then just leave the shoulders as they are, like that. And then for Twitch, well, just leave everything as is and split the legs apart like that. Flip it around, flip the big toes around, and then get everything out of the way so the head flips up. Put that in, and then the directions are a little bit, well, it's not exactly clear what you're supposed to do with the rotors, but we'll fold those arms up because there's really nowhere to peg in. I guess we could just kind of let them peg in lightly in between like that. Fold those in because that's not actually not in the directions. I think that's the way the directions have you do it. Just have that sit there and combine them up and give them the big arse gun like that. And there we have Twitch and Robbie. Now, Robbie's legs, I think, work a lot better, but the fists are just ridiculously huge. And I don't think Twitch works well as a shirt in this case. The head sculpt's neat. I do like the new head sculpt with the new battle visor, but Twitch just doesn't look right. And I don't know what it is. Maybe if I had Bumblebee as a pair of pants instead of Robbie, maybe that would be better. I don't know, but I like these sets. They're just so much stupid fun. But let's swap them around a little bit. Those actually don't look too bad. Twitch as a shirt and Bumblebee as pants, that works pretty well. I'm starting to notice a little bit of looseness in Bumblebee's left leg, but that's okay. But this works. It's stupid, but it works. But what really works is when the two kids combine, when you've got the two exosuits combined up, with Mo acting as a shirt and Robbie acting as pants. I think that looks really cool. I think this works incredibly well. And you can even give this mode extra arms if you deploy Robbie's mech's arms for a little bit of extra oomph. Maybe add some more weapons or something. This works incredibly well. I think just the wings being where they are and just it looks cool. Damn wing keeps falling off. Hold on, let me fix this and get this pegged back in. That's my only problem, is some of the stuff just does not want to stay pegged in. And as soon as you touch it, it unpegs and flops about. But otherwise, yes, these sets are expensive at $30 a pop. That's too expensive for these. I'm just really not happy with the expense on that. Size-wise, each one of the bots is roughly the size of a Voyager class figure. The combined bots are roughly the size of a Voyager class figure, with each individual bots being a little bit shorter than a Voyager class figure. I like them. I was ready to hate them, but I actually really like these figures. They're fun. Just wait for them to go on sale, because I'm everywhere. Well, yeah, everywhere being the one Target I was in was just, the shelf was full of them. So I have a feeling they'll be going on sale. Get them on sale on Amazon or at your other favorite e-retailer. They're fun. So, hey, Grimlockamus, what are you going to do for custom jobs of these guys? I really am curious. All right, folks, let me know what you think of these sets down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you all next time